Today we are going to talk about this Ford Figo Trend 1.2 2016 model, and as you can see that you have completed 40,846 kilometer. It's stuck almost at that mileage since the last 3-4 months of lockdown. The vehicle is in my garage. I have completed already the 40,000 servicing, and today we are going to talk about the long-term ownership review of this car, and I'm going to show you how the different parts of the car has held up. So talking of this car, I purchased in July 2016, and out of this 40,000 kilometers I have driven 2 times from Hubli, Gadag to Alipurduar in West Bengal. First time I think I did it in 2017. You can check that video out on my page, YouTube page. And again, I got transferred last year in May from Sirsi, Malgi to Borpeta in Assam. So that is the second time I drove down this car. The first time I drove to and back. So my car was in Karnataka. This is a Karnataka registered car, and the second time last year I drove back all the way from Sirsi to Alipurduar. The last time I drove, it was extremely hot weather all through Hyderabad, Andhra, West Bengal, Orissa. Extremely hot weather, and only on AC I had to drive. Fully loaded car. The car was heavily loaded, and after driving with all that load, the car did face some alignment issues, and the tire wear, uneven tire wear, that also contributed to me changing the tire at 40,000 kilometers. The car's engine is very smooth, very nice to drive. It feels like a large engine. People complain of its slow end pickup, but once you get used to it, once you understand the car, it's not a problem. It can pick up nicely if you know how to, but you have to get used to the car. And I won't deny the car has poor bottom end, but once you get used to it, you can easily overcome it. The trick is not in fighting with the car, going with the flow. The first time I drove down, it was in December, and that time the car gave an excellent mileage of around 16 plus. And last year, in the heavy AC usage and heavy overloaded car, the car still returned me a mileage of around 15-16. Not bad. The very good thing about this car, as you can see, let me show you the temperature first. It is 30 degrees Celsius today, and I'm sitting in the car with my AC on. I have not had to recharge the AC till now even once, and the AC air conditioning is still superb. It cools the cabin very nicely, very fast, very chilling. And I'm running at 2 right now. The car is at standstill, but still the cooling is very good. As you can see here, this thing has peeled off the paint has peeled off here, and this is because of you hang here, right? Godrej, I used to hang one here, and because of that harmful chemical, it has burnt this area. Okay, so now I have totally stopped using any sort of perfume inside the car because it is very carcinogenic, and the chemical in perfumes, it has very toxic effect on the paint and this laminations of the car. The gear lever, and you can see it's still looking new. Yeah, still looking new now, no problem. Even this cover is it's held up quite nicely. It's still looking new, and I like the gear shift. It's a bit hard for some people. Some people may find it quite hard, but for my liking, I like it. It's not a problem. It's quite firm and it's quite reassuring. In fact, this is the 12-volt charging socket in this car, and this is the place where you can keep your nitty-gritty. That is your aux cable, USB cable, USB point, I'm sorry, and you can keep all your cables here, close it, or you can also put your mobile here. The mobile holder as such, if the mobile is quite big, it's not very effective. It can come off because this it's not able to hold it very tight anymore. So on jerky roads, if you keep your mobile there, you might make it fall inside. It's quite dangerous, and I've already cracked one of my mobile screen with that. This is still the original seats. I have not put any seat cover till now. 48,000 kilometer, and this is the front passenger seat cover, and that is the back passenger seat cover. And usually it's just me and my wife. I don't have any passengers and all that, so the seat covers are quite held up. I don't have any pets, so even with the original seat cover, is still new, still basically quite new. Still, I plan to put seat cover, but it's not working out, and I had planned to put it in February and March. Now it's because of the lockdown. Okay, that might be just an excuse, but yeah, that's what it is. This is the glove compartment in my car. As you can see, this holds the first aid kit and lots of bulbs. Earlier I was using Philips Rally 12569 RSE1. Now I have run out of stock, and in Borpeta, here where I'm living currently, I couldn't get hold of Philips, so I had to do with this Osram. Where is it? 190. Okay, this is not as good as the Philips, but it does the job. I got from Flipkart or Amazon, I don't remember. This is the Osram 90-100 Rally. Okay, I have not opened it yet. I will try it in a few days. It cost $200 a piece, so that is right around $400 for the pair. I had bought it just before the lockdown because my bulb had fused on the way coming from home in West Bengal to here in Borpeta, and I plan to change it, but since then I have not driven anything. I have not put any mileage in my car, so I have not bothered. Over the 48,000 kilometer, this has taken quite a lot of dirt. It needs some vacuuming and cleaning. Not just vacuuming, it has to be washed, foam washed, and you can see it has held up quite well, but at the sides is quite dirty. You need to get it clean. And now I'm going to off the car, and I'll show you the engine bay and outside part of the car, how it's doing, how it's held up over the years. AC is still on, so I'll put out the AC first. As a habit, I just wait for the fans to come off. So it takes around a minute or two depending how long I've used the AC, how heated the car is. So I'll just wait for the car to come off and we'll go and check the exterior of the car. I'll show you like outside what all I have changed in this car, because 40,000 kilometer of driving, wear and tear is there in the parts like tire and battery. So those are the two things I have changed, and once we go out I'll show you. This is the nice Ford logo. So before I step out, I will just open the bonnet. The bonnet lever is here. So now let's open the bonnet. Oh, it's quite heavy to do with just one hand. So this is the engine bay, and I've just run this car in a standstill with AC on for about 5 to 10 minutes. The car has not seen any action for the past 3 months, so need to start it, move it once in a while, otherwise rats and will get in, tires will become flat, battery will become dead. So once in a while you should move the car. And as you can see, this is an Amaron battery. It costs around 4,500 anywhere else, but here in Assam where I live, Borpeta, it costed me around 5,000 rupees. And you can see the engine bay. For a car that has stood still for past 3 months, well, 3 months, more than 3 months, yeah, it's doing quite well. This is the coolant. Seems to be leaking some fluid, or what is it? No, this is not leaking anything. This is the AC duct. So I have used it, so it's little bit moist. I don't know why is that. Is it supposed to be like that? I don't know. When I go for a drive, then I'll check, but not now. So this is the battery and this is the relay. I have changed the wiring of the car. I've changed the wiring 90-100. This is the condition of our road. This is not some lake or something like that. This is shop owner, our landlord. This is the back, not back, this is the front part of our house. It's completely flooded. Knee-deep water on the road. So lockdown coupled with flood, this car is seeing no action anytime soon. This is the second flood this car has faced after coming to Assam. Last year also in July there was a flood, and the last year the water was right up till here. Water was rising so much I had to get the car towed out. So this car was totally flooded from inside last year. Luckily no damage. I just took it to a nearby garage and they drained the car, they changed the fluids, and still the car is driving quite nicely, no problem. No rusting issues. No rusting issues as such. Is the tail light. Left side tail light broke when I was in Hubli, and I put some 3M tapes just about holding up. It's become black inside. Water was getting inside, so what I did, I taped this side and made a drain hole here, so if any water goes in through there, it comes out from here, so there is no moisture inside. Moisture is not a problem. So there goes a submarine. This is my key. The battery is still the original one, so let's open the hatch. It's a hatchback. Ford logos, FUGUE logos, HVK, and let's mind it. It will hit the up bar. Quite dirty as usual. This is a water seat I use for long drives to cool my bum. This is because I had changed the tires, so I'll show you the tires. This is a triangle, and what you need the most in your car is a bottle of heat. It's empty, just not disposed of. I'll dispose of when I can dispose my things off. Right now it's not going to happen. View of the interior of my car from the back side. So as you can see, the original seat covers are held up very nicely. It's not a new car, it's about 5 years old now, 4 years old now. Driven 48,000 plus kilometers. Would have driven across 50,000 easily by now, but because of the flood it's not seen any action. Dings and dents. This was hit by a biker in heavy traffic. You know, kids with KTMs always in a rush, so this is where he hit and ran away. Chipped, scratched, bruised, but still doing fine. There are a few dents here as well. Here there's a dent. Actually these are not hit anywhere. This part was hit right here inside the garage itself, because the garage is quite small and few others keep their bikes on the left side. So while bringing out, taking out, bringing in, this is a part of a car ownership life. Nothing to be too hectic about. Dirty. That's what a 40,000 kilometer car actually looks like. A user's car, not a reviewer's car. Not a, you know, this is the practical things. Antenna, original antenna with cobwebs. Spider-Man 175/65 R14. This is a Michelin energy tire. I wanted to actually change to Yokohama Earth, but I couldn't get it here. It cost me 5,000 for a single, so 5, 10, 20,000 for the complete set of tires. The tires are doing quite well, holding up quite well. I had heard lots of complaints about it being very soft, not able to take pothole roads, but this tire has taken, it's around 8,000 kilometers now. I changed my tire complete set around 42,000. I don't remember the exact mileage, around 42,000 I think so. And I have driven all over Assam, Bengal, over heavily potholed roads that almost potholes will cover you this much. Huge dangerous potholes, and it has held up quite well. Maybe luck, you know, but it has held up quite well. 175/65 R14 tires. Still got my wheel caps, not changed it to alloys. Let's just remove this. This Amaron battery, I changed it at 40,000 something kilometers during December. It would have lasted with charge a few more days, but the winter was very cold and cold starts were getting a bit of a problem. I had to start once or twice my car by pushing it. So I didn't want to risk it because not always you'll get somebody to push your car, right? This is fluid I filled up during the last service. Topped it up with water. So this is the headlight with 90, 100 lights, bulbs. It's still doing very well. It's not burnt. This is the other side. That is an old bicycle. That's my other position. Royal Enfield Bullet Standard 350. Next review will be on that. Even that is not seeing any action. It did see local action, but now with this, it's not going to see any action. Let's close the bonnet. Yeah, shut down firm. The bonnet is quite heavy. This is the windscreen wiper. Right now it's a dust wiper, but I had changed it quite a while back, more than a year back, 2 years back in fact. 2000. So let's park the car back in its place slightly. Let's move it front. Yeah, that will do. Other than that, everything is holding up quite well. The doors do seem to make noise at times, but live with it. There are some flaws of the car. It's not a perfect car. So now let me push my seat back and let's get out of the car and we'll close this short review. Bye.